You got interest in buying, or are you here for Bonecaller?
We're both of the above.
I'm just gonna walk up and I'm gonna be like, I killed Calzette.
You want to destroy the Embershards, I can tell you how, and I can tell you where you find the thing that can do it. I need you to find Bar. She resides in the Fargenry Trench. That is your home. You want to come to some sort of agreement that I can sell you a boat.
Bye, Nixie! Bye, Nixie! Bye! Don't forget about me!
Hey, and welcome back to the next table session of Tales of the Misfits. I have a hero point for each of you for today's session.
Yes!
No.
Gimme.
No.
What are we going to do this time?
Same as last time. Give me a recap. What's happened in the story so far?
Okay. So far,
Yep.
The whole story.
the whole thing.
That's better for you because it's giving you more sessions every time
Okay.
to remember. And you should be able to recap the first one because we've recapped it every time.
We're still trying to find Bonecaller.
Yes.
This bloody Bonecaller person thing. We've just recently met a guy called Amon, who was a genie, and turns out, here's a word to me. No, he was the genie that wished one of my parents to be born. And then there was another one called Barbreeden, who also conceived one of my parents. Hence why I've got the weird water fire
Mixture.
power thing going on. He showed us how to use Embershards, or how they work. Sorry, is a better way to put that. And I've already got this, so I'm going to shut up.
I was going to say, you're kind of stealing everybody else's, and I can't give you more than one. So
I'll have
everybody else.
I'll shush now then.
We had Nixie with us last session, and I said this just before off camera, but you're getting it again. She rolled her wild sorcery point, and a random tanner shot popped up. That was always there.
It was always there.
It was always there. We're going to the Genry Trench, where Buble is from.
Fargenry, yep.
Oh, Fargenry Trench. To look for drip mist. Oh, so she can deliver the message, but also get drip. Oh, no.
No, that's good. I'm running out of things to say.
Oh, sorry.
We're going to Fargenry Trench to look for drip mist.
We're communicating a message from Amon to Barbara, which was communicated through dance. The message conveys feelings of longing and regret.
Stunning.
Thank you.
Nice, that's
Very
beautiful.
good,
Let me just see if there's anything.
Brett, what you got
What
there?
else you got? What's
We
going on
have
in
to
the
find
wider
drip
world?
mist in the vents, if that's really, and then Dragon Tooth Cliffs. That's a point that I
Fargenry
have.
Trench is off the coast of the Dragon Tooth Cliffs.
And Barbreeden apparently helps knock people up, and matrimony with the war gong is what I've got. And then also we saw the dog on the ship, or at least
We saw a dog on the ship.
The dog.
on our little boat on
right, yeah,
on
the
the
mad dog.
stream.
Yeah.
Mad dog on the little stream. And what else happened? Guys,
That's pretty good.
Okay.
is there anything else in this book?
What about the wider world? What's going on? Why do you need the drip mist? What does drip mist do?
Well, it helps counteract Embershards,
And what are the Embershards doing?
raising the dead.
So you need it in order to.
Stop people raising the dead.
There you go.
There it is.
Very good.
Beautiful.
That's a good recap. All right, so we're all up to date. So you set off from Amon's operation where he was harvesting this Embershards. He did offer you a price if you wanted to just buy it instead of Bonecaller, but it was beyond your means. And so he said, look, I don't care who, I'm just a businessman, I'm selling it. It doesn't matter to me who's buying it or where it's going. So if it's worth your while to know how to counteract it, I'll let you know. And so in a return for him telling you about drip mist and where to locate it, you are going to deliver this message. That's your deal with this particular genie. He basically gave you a boat for free. Gave it to you for a steal. Nixie indentured herself to him even further in order to get you this boat. And then you set sail down coast, down river, until you reached the ocean. And we are going to be starting today on your ocean voyage round from the very southern continent of Iwilin all the way back up to the central continent of Azerim. So it's going to be quite the sea voyage journey. Thankfully, you have a pirated background person with you. So, for the first week of travel, I'm going to summarize with asking you all for a particular check. So you can add any one of your 6 stats, your ability score modifiers, just flat. If you can justify why it would be necessary. So constitution if you're just doing like hardy days job, strength for like rope work and climbing things and rigging, and dexterity if it's like to do with your balance on the ship, charisma if maybe it's to do with like keeping the morale of the group up, whatever you want. So choose one of the 6 stats and justify it to me, and then you're going to roll with your proficiency in water vehicles, of which none of you have it except for Arrow. So Arrow, with the background, you have proficiency in water vehicles, which means that you will roll a d20, add your relevant ability score modifier, and then add proficiency of +3. The rest of you aren't proficient in water vehicles yet.
Ooh, yet.
So, choose a thing. Tell me what you're rolling.
Dexterity.
Dexterity? How are you justifying it? What's the dexterous stuff that you're doing throughout this week? How are you helping the crew? The crew of you 4, by the way. You're the only people on the ship. You and
I'm nimble with my fingers.
Your
and
zombie as well, if she's helping at all.
yes, she's standing there looking pretty. Nimble fingers with tying knots and stuff and keeping balance as the ship sways.
Able to shrink down to smaller sizes to get into things that need fixing and stuff, and then make yourself bigger again. All right, make me a dexterity check. What are you rolling?
I'm going wisdom, and I'm using my wisdom, my knowledge of the sea, to kind of help us navigate a bit, like knowing where there's like creatures in this area and we should avoid that.
Yeah,
and
cool.
basically
like
just using wisdom.
It's using your animal handling from wisdom and your perception from wisdom, your survival from wisdom. It all makes sense. So roll me a flat wisdom check.
Oh no!
Right, so we're not navigating really well. That was a 1 plus 3. All right, team, no worries. This is my calling. I know exactly what to do. This is the water. This is my home, and I know exactly where to go. And it's
Get it.
We all believe in you.
So much. We know you're the best person for this job.
We are all relying on you intensely.
So intensely. Our lives are in your hands.
Exactly.
so. What if I said I have no idea where we are? So yeah, it turns out I'm not very wise when it comes to sea animals.
12 overall.
12 overall, so 12 from you, a 1 from you.
Oh, that's not
What you're rolling, we'll come to you because you've got proficiency in it.
I'm rolling strength, so I'm pulling the ropes, I'm moving things around.
Pulling the sails down, putting them
That's
down, all the
one.
strength-based stuff. Make me a strength check.
Ooh, 8 total.
8 total. It's not a great week for you so far. Let's see if you
Strength
can do
as
it better.
well.
You're also doing strength,
so
steering and whatnot, and helping Horatio with heave-ho.
pull an ale up from the bottom of the ship. Because we got
Pulling
ale.
what up?
Ale.
Ale
Got to do it, pirates.
from the bottom of the ship.
Yeah,
From the holiday. I was thinking like from outside the ship, like in the ocean. I was like, what?
I'm mining
How is
ale
that?
from the
Mining
sea.
ale while you're
Everybody knows you get ale from seawater.
mining helmet, turns the light on, dives off the ship. I'll be back. Comes back up with a keg of ale.
Yeah, perfectly kegged
Beauty.
too.
Yeah.
So strength. So that's +6.
so-
That's your saving throw, right?
Yes, basically your strength plus your 3. So I think you've got a +3 strength, +3 proficiency.
Oh, sorry. There's saving throws plus.
It works out the same way because you're proficient in
yeah.
saving throws. So
Gotcha.
it's just your regular strength here, +3 here.
Slay.
So 8 plus 6 is 14, which is not that much above average, but it's not doing too well for you. There are 2 people above 10, 2 people under 10, so it kind of evens out. However, one of them was a nat 1. So it is not overall a very good week for you.
Hey, we're adjusting.
Yeah,
Arrow,
it's been a while.
Yes.
over that week, can I have you make an intelligence check, please?
20
Nat 20 plus your intelligence modifier.
is +0.
Cool. Choose one of your friends that you think you'd be focused on trying to teach them better sailing practices, and they will start to learn their
Sailing.
You're basically
does
starting
this
to teach them proficiency in sailing.
Does this affect the group roll at all? now?
Not for this week, but for next week it might.
Who has the worst stats?
Well, there was a negative. There was a nat 1 on the week's check here. So it's
Yeah.
whether you teach somebody who actually got the best roll to try and like just make them even better, or try and.
I
Bring
mean,
up
it's
the
a
person who
roll of
was
the
the
dice
worst.
regardless. So, who wants to learn about sailing? Any volunteers? Okay, I teach Sneaky.
All right. Sneaky, you roll an intelligence check as well. It's going to be a very low DC because it was a nat 20 on the teaching roll.
Okay. 16.
16.
Just
That is a
straight 16.
success. So you now have proficiency in sailing, in water vehicles. So if we roll another water vehicles check, you can add a +3 to it.
Cool.
At the end of that week, with your terrible perception.
Sorry, what?
Navigating them into wrong places and such.
Yeah.
You are sailing around the southern coast of Ewelin, and Ewelin is basically this world's equivalent of the Feywild, where the fairies come from, where you came from, where a bunch of the satyrs and centaurs and magical sort of fey creatures come from. You unlock out, get distracted somehow. What is it that distracts you from your lookout duties?
I've just noticed some more land animals I've never seen before in my life. I'm like, whoa, look at that! What's that? Whoa, have you seen this
Looking
guy?
off the edge of the ship, just like staring out at the coast, because obviously you're heading round in an eastward direction, keeping the coast on your right-hand side.
Yeah.
You're looking out off the starboard side, and completely distracted from the fact that you've sailed everybody right into a fog.
Good.
And as you sail into this deep fog, you all start to notice, Sneaky particularly, as the Fae amongst your group, notices that this is a magical fog. This has been created through the use of magic, such as fog cloud and other similar things. And sure enough, you start to hear some snickering of little whispers of laughter. Something is trying to play some sort of a prank on you. I'll have each of you make a perception check, see if you can tell where these little giggles are coming from.
9.
Nat 20 plus 7.
Plus,
Alright.
where is my
Very
perception?
good.
It's so funny that every time I come to a non-physical sheet, I don't know where perception is.
You gotta find the skills tab first, and then you gotta search down for
I got
17.
17.
Nice. I got 7.
7. So 27, 17, 7. We're going down,
15.
and then 15. Ruined it. I was expecting a 37 or a negative 7. I'll say that then with your nat 20, you're good with Fae. You know how fairies like to go. You can tell from the snickering and the way that it's flitting around that it is a fairy. And then there's a much heavier footsteps on the deck of the ship somewhere in the fog, and you can tell, listening out for it, that it's hooves of some sort of a satyr animal. And before you know it, you hear, with your nat 20, you hear them whispering to each other. They're speaking in Sylvan, so anybody who understands Sylvan may be able to pick up on it. But with your 27, you can hear one of them say, Shall we send them up north, Asht? And the other one says, I don't know, maybe we should send them down south, Kushta. And he goes, no, up north to the Dead Frost. And then there's this vortex kind of feeling in front of the boat, as if it's pulling downwards into the ocean. And then their faces just kind of loom through the fog. You see them temporarily, a small satyr with a pixie on his shoulder, and he goes, "You've been punked!" And then he shouts, "You've been punked!" And then suddenly the fog clears up, and you find yourself with no longer a coast on the right-hand side of your ship, but there is a coast over to the left-hand side of the ship. And suddenly, discombobulated with your new surroundings, I'll have each of you make a survival check to see what the hell's happened.
Oh my god.
Another
This
nat
is
1.
so
You're doing
bad.
great. You're doing a great job today. First 2 rolls of the game.
Bad. Oh,
I
plus
got
3, 4.
20 and an A? What's an A? A green A?
Advantage. So you have advantage on survival for some reason.
I got.
There's a green A next to your survival.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a Minotaur thing? I don't remember why you have that. Maybe it's, let's see. Survival, where does that come from? If I hover over it, sometimes it tells me why. Tell me why. It's because of your labyrinthine recall. So if this is anything to do with navigating or tracking, which it is, you have advantage on survival being a Minotaur.
Nice.
So you can roll.
20.
You got a nat 20 already. Plus how much?
Oh, sorry, 18 plus 2, so 20.
Oh, well,
total.
roll again in case you get a nat 20. There's always a chance of rolling higher. Nope. All right, so we'll take the 18 plus 2. Dirty 20.
18.
18.
19.
19.
4.
And 4. Everybody but the one. It's because you're still checking off your starboard. You didn't even notice there was fog. You were just like, I can't see that creature on the shore anymore. Everybody else is running around the shore, the deck, being like, there's something whispering. Something's playing a prank on us. And you're like, you're still looking for that monster that was off the shore.
Yeah.
And it was probably like a dog or something.
Yeah, probably something really boring.
The rest of you notice that the land you can see off to the port side now is a frozen tundra, a wasteland. It is an area of this world that is a continent far to the north of the world. You've been teleported basically around to the opposite side of the planet or plane. Adam hasn't made it clear which this is. I think the last I heard this was a planet that we're going with, but it could change. World building changes all the time. Yeah.
frost.
No, I heard some voices. I definitely heard some voices over there. Did you hear that?
Yeah, they were talking about teleporting us, which I think we've done.
No, I don't think they have. I swear I can still hear something over there. What are those things over there that I heard?
I think we've been teleported to a different continent. You know, it's frosty here. It's kind of obvious what's happened.
No,
pretty
I
obvious.
definitely heard something over there.
I think you're crazy.
Oh, well, that's true too.
So,
I hate being teleported to another planet.
You've been teleported through by a couple of tricksters known as Asht and Kutcher.
Ash and Kutcher.
Funny.
God, that show was so concerning.
Oh yeah. And you have been teleported to just off the coast of the Dead Frost, which means in order to get to where you need to go, you now need to head south rather than north. Thankfully, you rolled high enough on your survival, otherwise if all of you had failed that, you'd continue heading north and lose a whole lot of time going deeper and deeper into the Dead Frost. Nice. So this has added some time to your journey. Good luck on good job on the Nat Ones navigating there.
Sorry about that.
So we're going to go into week 2 of your checks now. So you can roll the same check or a different one if you want, and this time you both get to add your +3 proficiency, but you two do not.
Okay.
So roll me a sailing check.
Oh goodness.
Gesundheit.
Oh, thank
16.
16.
Oh,
16
10
is good.
overall.
A 10 overall from you here.
The exact same roll as the first time. That's cooked. Wait, sorry. Do
you
I
get?
add?
I'm doing wisdom. Is it?
You're doing wisdom again,
So I
that's
got
fine.
9.
You got a 9, which
Oh,
is
sorry,
better
charisma,
than-
but it's also still 9.
You're doing charisma
I'm
this
doing
time.
charisma because I'm trying to like grease back up to my team to be like, you love me, right? I'm really likable, right? Like, I didn't just direct us the completely wrong way around, did I?
14.
14 again. Go. So with a 10, 9, 8, 16 and 14, this is a much better week this time. Still not as good as you could have been, but still not as good. Somebody was still below a 10,
Stop looking at me.
but much better this time. So I will have you roll another intelligence check, and you can choose one of your other companions to try and teach some better sailing.
We need to start pulling it together, guys. Am I, sorry, intelligence? 0, so 15.
15 total. You can pick this one or this one.
I mean, at this point, it really needs to be. You're rolling like shit, mate.
Yeah, you're like, you really need to say, okay, so let me
You're
explain
rolling
all
like-
the different terminology of the boat, how to hoist the mainsails and all this rest. Make me an intelligence check, see if you can pick up on her teachings.
Okay.
Did a 15, which is
on.
pretty good teachings. 15
15 +2.
plus 2, 17. You
Nice.
did well enough to become proficient
Above.
in water
Thank you.
vehicles.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So over the next week, you teach Buble a little more of the how to sail, and you also get
How to sail for
proficiency.
dummies. is the
How
book
to
I
sail
give
for
her.
dummies. Towards the end of that week, you'll notice that because you're off the coast of the Dead Frost, a frozen wasteland of a continent up to the north, you'll see that there is some ice sheets and things that will often displace off of the edges of the glaciers and such to the cliffs and form huge waves. Also cause ice sheets and flows that you have to get through. So this is going to be basically. There's going to be damage to the ship, and you need to decide how you're going to deal with when your ship gets damaged on this
Can you
voyage.
start talking about global warming, though?
You-
About ice moving?
Yeah,
So, take it away, Rob.
So global warming, anthropogenic global warming is a real issue. We already talked about that when we got to Amon's situation last time.
Oh, yeah.
This is actually a documentary show.
This is
about
documentary. We tricked you
global-
into watching documentary. What are you going to deal with? So there's some damage to the ship from ice and things,
What kind of damage
and
is
huge waves and stuff. It's abstract. We're just kind of, you can decide.
I'm going to do that thing in Sea of Thieves where you just start deloading water from under the deck.
So you're bailing?
Bailing with buckets.
What else are you doing?
Horatio has used ropes, and he's abseiling down the side of the ship, and he's like hammering nails,
Nice.
repairing.
That's hot.
Love that. So you're hammering, nailing, you're bailing. What are you guys doing to help out?
I'd like to shape some water
Oh,
and
nice.
try and like lift it off.
So you can push the water back from where. So there's a hole that's beneath the something line, the water line. I think there's another word for it in ships. You're sort of pushing that back so that Horatio can get down and hammer.
Yeah.
Sneaky, what you doing?
Well, I was trying to see if there's anything I could do with Druidcraft, but I don't think so. So I'll just fly around the ship and repair on the outside and fly up to the sail. And
Yeah, there's some some damage to the sails and things from a huge wave that came through and smacked into the mast maybe, and you're doing some repair of that.
Oh, I can sew the
So we'll
sails.
go with a I think this is more like a speed-based thing rather than a strength-based thing. Can make me a constitution check, make me a strength check, make me a spellcasting check, and make me a
3.
dexterity check.
Hell yeah.
Total. Isn't that
3
one?
total. Not doing so good with the bailing. It's
Yeah.
the water's coming in faster than
21.
21's very good though, so she is patching it up. He is
11.
patching it up. 11, pretty good.
14 plus the modifier, right?
14 plus
So
modifier. All right, so
17.
between you, that was a group check. You managed to sustain the maintenance of the ship well enough to continue into week 3.
Hey, thank you so much for watching our campaign. Did you know that Viva now has a website, vivaplus.tv, and there's heaps of content. We've got behind the scenes,
Plus.
podcast videos,
Plus.
we've got extra series that you may not know about yet,
Plus.
extra D&D,
Plus.
things that come out a week early,
Plus.
heaps more. So sign up, vivaplus.tv, and you'll be supporting us.
Do it. Plus.
vivaplus.tv.
In addition to.
No, it's plus.
Sorry.
Week 3, you are down out of the dead frost now. Congratulations, you are sailing down the coast of the Azerim, northern parts of Azerim.
Rob, are we cruising on the Inter-Islander?
You're cruising on an inter-islander.
Sailing to the other side?
Sailing to the other side.
What a way to start
Thanks for the reference that only Kiwis will understand.
I wish. Can we sing it legally or no?
Probably not. We probably do not have the rights to. I can't imagine the rights would be very expensive to inter-island.
Surely they want the free promo.
Yeah.
So New Zealand is largely made of 2 islands, North Island, South Island. There are others as well, but those 2 main ones. And if you go between them on a cruise, one of the companies that can take you on that cruise is called the Inter-Islander.
And they have a very catchy
They have a jingle.
tune.
Yeah, it's stuck in my head.
Suddenly Inter-Islanders like, why is that publicity on Google? Just like they're looking at the Google Analytics being like, why is some people from like Scandinavia just suddenly Googling the Inter-Islander ferry?
Yeah, you're welcome, Inter-Islander.
Choose Inter-Islander on your next trip.
What is the other one? Blue something?
Blue Bridge?
Blue Bridge, yeah.
Blue Bridge.
There you go. Blue Bridge, we'll give you a shout out
Yeah,
too.
we can't give one
Shouting
on
up
not the
fairies.
other. Jesus Christ. All right, you're into week 3. Roll me a skill check. You can add your proficiencies, the 3 of you.
17,
Big
18,
numbers.
19,
Here we go.
20.
Oh,
God,
God.
see this time.
God, we're doing well.
Nice.
That's a 27.
Sorry.
27.
Sorry. I spoke too soon.
What'd you get, Buble?
Not mean to exclude
Wow.
12. You are doing better.
But that was with
So you got the 9.
proficiency
Yeah, you got the you got the 9. You got the 9.
Jesus,
Same 9
so
from before,
glad.
but now proficiency because
Yeah.
now you know what to do.
Yeah.
5.
A 5 and
20.
20. Nice. Was it a net 20? You say?
No, not net.
30, 20. Awesome. I mean, you're well above average here with a net 20 as well. So you are sailing, you're cruising. In fact, you've shortened your journey a little bit, which is great. On this potentially last week of it, I need you to make me one last intelligence check as you try to teach Horatio.
16 plus stuff, 0.
16 plus stuff 0. Intelligence check to see if you're picking up on sailing proficiency.
Negative 2. 8 minus 2 is 6.
Horatio, look.
6, but you got a
This is a
16?
High.
16. It was 16 plus
Yeah.
0 for your intelligence.
Yeah.
So you did a good enough job of teaching it that 6 plus 6, I'm basically adding them together. You needed a 21 or more. So with a 6 plus 16, that's 22, which is a success. So although Horatio is not doing a very good job of learning, you are doing a pretty good job of teaching, especially after 3 weeks of teaching the others now as well.
Nice.
Horatio has been watching you teaching the others, like specifically week after week.
Starboard.
Finally, the problem now, the final problem is that you are, after this long at sea, you are starting to run out of supplies.
I think I'm going to say you have jaundice, and I was like,
You have scurvy.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
actually,
yeah.
kind of, because you've pretty much been surviving on seafood. I checked all of your inventories for rations yesterday, and you don't have enough for a 3-week journey. So you have been surviving on seafood. You can catch fish easily enough because you've got a water genasi on board who can just dive down, pick up fish, whatever, especially because you can speak to sea animals. But you don't have any vegetables or fruit, and you're starting to lose some morale.
So
What's
we're
the
sick,
problem?
right?
Yeah.
I'm
So you're
just
sick.
method
You're
acting.
method acting. The fact that you're
Nice.
starting to get sick, you're getting
Sick-
scurvy, you're
sicky
getting
menage.
deficiency of certain vitamins, and morale is starting to get low. What are you going to deal with? How are you going to do that?
oh, good.
I get out
Nice.
my lute and I start singing and trying to raise everyone's spirits with a bit of song.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Is it like a song that's skewed towards the ocean this time?
It is.
Sea shanty.
Cruising on a big Viking boat, sailing into the Henry fucking retrench.
I'm going to use
Free
the last. I'm going to use the last bits of the energy I do have, and I'm going to jump in the water and start doing like a synchronized swimming kind of dance to your tune.
Wow.
Just to try and get the morale up.
All right, I'll have a performance check from each of you. You have advantage because you're finally in the water.
Woohoo! I'm back, baby.
Your performance has not been great up to this point.
Okay.
Because you've been
On land.
unfamiliar with how to use gravity.
Yeah. So
But
that
once
was.
you're in your water,
You've got advantage.
17, you got advantage. You
Oh
can just
yeah,
get even
that's right.
higher.
You just said that. Like
19 is higher.
19 plus
Nice.
6, 25.
So 25
Hell
and
yeah.
a.
So I told you I was good.
Your song is
Yeah,
not
you-
great.
Yeah.
let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's catchy somehow, but it's not the best composed song in the world.
No.
But you are all distracted from your mediocre song by the most enthralling, beautiful performance that you've seen of it. She basically, she doesn't quite become mermaid physically, but she may as well be. They may as well be. They become this beautiful, fluid performer, this dancer within the water.
They can dance.
They
Never
start
seen it up until
to
right now.
manipulate. They start to manipulate the water itself to like turn it into almost slush-like ice that they can then manipulate around them like a ribbon dance. And it's beautiful swirling going alongside the boat. It's like if you've ever been on a boat where you swim with dolphins and things, and the dolphins are going alongside you or in the wake of the boat and things. Beautiful. It's very beautiful.
Sailing on the Viking Voyager, sailing to the fucking
You're good at that.
Your singing is
You're good at that.
Thank you. We all did it. It's a three-part harmony. Three-part. Oh my gosh. Sole Mio is quaking in their
Sole
boots.
Mio, who?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just us now. I wish Buble were here because she can really sing it.
Yeah.
Hi, Buble.
As you did so well on that last check as a group, this is going to just be one final check to get to your destination. You'll see that as you are traveling now, you are going down the coast, the western coast of Azerim, and there is a storm off in the. There's a storm off to the starboard, like offshore, way further into the distance, about 100 kilometers offshore. And you guys know it, whoever's familiar with the area, maybe if you're good with survival or history, you would have heard of the Blitzen Reef. Blitzen Reef is a reef off the shore, kind of like the Great Barrier Reef, but there is a perpetual storm over certain parts of it. So you're heading past that. I will have you make one final sailing check. Everybody has proficiency now.
19.
Oh goodness, not good. 10.
10 total. You are getting a little tired after so much travel.
9.
9. I love, by the way, that I mentioned supplies are running out and you're getting sick of eating fish. How are you going to deal with that? And you both went, I'll deal with the morale.
That's it. That's all I got.
We'll distract from the fact that we're eating fish again tonight by diving into the water. You didn't deal with the supplies issue at all. You're like, you do your beautiful performance and then you bring up fish and they're like, wow, that was great. And they eat the fish without thinking. Suddenly it's beautiful. Every time there's a meal, you're just like, oh, I'll do a dance again.
Nothing to see here. Woo!
We're eating fish again one more time. Total of?
It was 9.
9.
Yeah.
And then total of?
12.
12 and total of?
19.
19. Wonderful. All right. Above average overall as the average between you. And the reason I was keeping track of all of your scores is that anyone who got above a 12 average over their whole checks individually, you did such a good job, not just as a group, but as an individual, that you found yourself with enough downtime over the last 3.5 weeks that you can learn one more skill. Ooh. So that is Sneaky, you got above average 12. Horatio, you did. Buble, you did not. Horatio, you. Ooh, interesting. It's going to be close. We got an 8, 16, 5, 12 for you, which would be 20, 36, 41. 41 divided by 4 is not quite 12. So you didn't quite get enough downtime to learn another skill. You got above 12 every single time. So, Sneaky and Arrow, you can choose another skill, another tool, or another language that somebody else on the ship knows, and they can have taught you that over the 4 weeks, 3.5 weeks of travel.
The language of dance, does that count?
You can. I mean, they are proficient in performance. So if you did want to take skill in performance, you could.
What do we need anything?
There's also languages that each of you know, like the primordial language, the language of the ocean, water creatures. You could learn primordial.
I'm just trying to figure out where the
Minotaur.
skills would be. Like, is this?
Skills is your perception and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Skills is things like that, sleight of hand. and
I'm
stuff.
trying to think.
Does anybody want to learn how to speak Minotaur?
Minotaur's a cool language to learn. Primordial or
No,
Sylvan.
no,
Just immediately goes silent. Fish.
Yeah, I think I want to learn a skill.
Cool.
I can teach you how to run up a wall, backflip, land in the splits.
You did want to use that before, but now it's less significant that you're in the water.
Oh yes. What else have we got here?
I don't know.
Are you good with medicine?
You don't have to
No,
take
none of
another
us
skill.
are.
People would normally jump at the opportunity, but like,
It's just hard to say which one's important right now, I guess.
take another language or something then, or another tool.
I guess I reluctantly learn Minotaur.
Reluctantly learn Minotaur.
Oh, God.
I mean, there's other language like Sneaky speaks Sylvan, Buble speaks Primordial.
No, I feel
the
like
sea.
Arrow's been like just against her will learning Minotaur. and when she comes off the boat, she's like, what am I gonna do?
You just happen to have picked up Minotaur.
Yeah.
It's just it's just a super simple and easy language to learn apparently. So you just picked it up.
Just
picked it up
Horatio's been
reluctantly.
yapping, so I'm just like,
Amazing.
now I've learned it.
All right. So you have made your way along to your destination, and I'll have a perception check from each of you, please.
Cool.
Perception.
How do we do it with the skill? Because I decided to ask Buble to teach me how to dance.
Oh, nice. So you can head into. In fact, I'll do it for you while you roll your perception. It's in here, nice and easy. Where are you, Sneaky?
19 plus 7.
Sneaky, it's not too
Dirty
late to learn the
26.
most beautiful language known to man, animal, creature.
Sneaky, run. No, it's stunning, it's stunning. I appreciate your culture.
Thank you.
What's the word for... The only word that came to my mind was gat, which is a Gen Z word for being thick.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
No, giat.
Yeah.
Been on the internet for too long.
What's
long,
the
bro.
Minotaur word for thick?
What's the Minotaur?
it is dowdy. Dowdy.
Dowdy.
Wow,
Dowdy.
that
one
woman looks
dowdy.
very dowdy.
Giat.
That's one.
Are we saying
down.
double C thick?
He calls
Or
giat.
is that
Yeah.
double C thick,
Thick.
not CK thick?
No, giat is a Gen Z word for having a massive...
Having
you
a
know,
big
Dump.
badonk.
Yeah,
Dump truck.
Yeah.
we love to see it.
And
We
it's
do.
dowdy.
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 Yeah,
That's how
dowdy.
Minotaurs say it.
Show us what you
Dowdy.
got.
Show me your dowdy.
11 here. All right. You should be proficient in performance now, Sneaky.
Yay.
Okay.
Thank you.
What was your perception checks, everybody?
16.
16.
8.
8.
26.
26.
16.
16. The three of you notice you do not that as you are passing the stormy Blitzen Reef way off to the starboard side, you see in the distance a small boat with seemingly 4 characters on board. One of whom looks a little bit like High Sorcerer Baradoon. And his party.
Oh my
Did you see that? Did you guys see that? Hey! Over here, please!
Do you have any oxygen tanks for you guys? Or how are you guys going to breathe?
You're like, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm fine.
On monobrow with a dead guy's mustache.
Gorgeous.
We could do a sea shanty just for you, love.
I would love that. Shall we just play Stardew Valley? I've got it on my laptop. Shall we just play some Stardew for the rest of the game?
It's good to be home. No,
Are you okay?
I'm gonna have a panic attack. Oh my gosh.
Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying watching the campaign. If you are, consider supporting us by getting our Tales of Misfits merch. Woo! You can find that at vldl.shop, or just watch any of our other D&D campaigns or Epic NPC Man. All the views help. Mwah, I love you so much. Thank you.